What's good, future millionaires? We back with another banger. I'm DecemberDeMarco, Fortune 500 marketer, here to share my insights of the market with y'all to hopefully help y'all become better informed investors. Salute to y'all for pulling up on the channel. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, like button for the YouTube algorithm, and do not forget to subscribe. So obviously, markets are bloody today. I'm seeing a lot of red in the markets. A lot of people, feeling very, very emotional right now. But I just want to let y'all know this is all a part of what we usually see. Things have to get worse before they can get better. So I'm gonna go over the markets right now. Then we're gonna also look at a few things that are causing the markets to react this way. And I want y'all to just use this information and have a little better understanding, so that way you can calm your nerves a little bit. So let's get into this. We got the overall market down 2.45%. Now that's a decent amount, just to see that happening in one day. And we got a lot of things weighing on the markets right now. So overall crypto market at $917 billion, down from yesterday. I think we were around $934-35 billion. Now you got to remember, prices fluctuate. They go down and they go back up. They go down and they go back up. They go lower and they go higher. This is what they do. It's just a process of this cycling through, time and time again. So sometimes you have to take a step back, and maybe sometimes not look at your portfolio on days where it's going to cause you to start reacting emotionally. So we got Bitcoin down 2% right now, sitting at 19,000, struggling to hold that 19,000 level right now. We got Ethereum at 1275, down 3.3%. We got BNB down to 270. I tell y'all, it's not financial advice at all, but anytime, you can see BNB under $270, $275, that's a good buy in the long run. I could see in the future BNB possibly being, $1,000, $5,000 coin. XRP 48 cent right now, down 7.5%. So a lot of the gains that it gained yesterday are taken away, or the day before yesterday, those are gone now. So this is an opportunity for people who really believe in XRP to be able to accumulate some more. Now I like to buy when we get 10% discounts or more. 10 to 15% is when I really like to pull the trigger. But people who just really value XRP, they're gonna gobble this up at this price. So now you could wait until tomorrow to see if we get, because today is down 7.5%. Let's say tomorrow's down another 2.5%. That would give you a 10% discount over 2 days. So sometimes that's why it's best to sit on your hands and just kind of be patient. Now Cardano is down 6% at 39 cent. We got Doge at 5 cent, down 4.9%. We know Doge always wants to break back to that 6 cent level. So this is a chance for those who really believe in these certain projects to scoop them up for a cheaper price. I know that the price has been kind of trading sideways for a while, and I don't think we've seen the worst that it can get yet. We're gonna once we get down to Shiba Inu, we're gonna go into some price analysis. But we got Polygon at 80 cent, down 3%. Let's see, Polkadot $6.19, down 3.84 or 3.8%. Tron's number, this is what's interesting. Shiba Inu has slipped from number 14th place in market cap down to number 15. So we got Tron at 6 cent, down 3.9%, with a market cap of $5.6 billion, 5.68 billion. And we got Shiba Inu slipped into 15th place by market cap, sitting at that 1021 level, down 7.2% for the day, down 8.7% for the week, and sitting at a market cap of 5.6 billion. So we were just sitting around, I think it was around 6.3 to maybe 6.8 billion. So we were somewhere around here in this market cap. So you can see everything is slipping back. We got Polkadot and DAI are basically where Shiba Inu was just, a few days ago in market cap. And now look where we are. So the overall market is being hit. It's not just us, y'all. Now let's take a look at a few articles that I think are important to understand what's going on. So the Federal Reserve, right now is battling inflation. They have to get inflation under control, or else, prices could become, it looks like right now at this point, things are, going to get worse no matter what they do. If they keep raising inflation, things are going to get worse. If they, if they keep raising interest rates, things will get worse. Or even if they don't do anything about it, it looks like things are going to get worse. So I think we just have maybe some bubble here that has to, shake things around a little bit more. But I want y'all to check out this article. We got a couple other articles I'm going to share with y'all as well to help paint a better picture of what's all taking place, y'all. But it's getting crazy right now. Also, hold on. Matter of fact, we got to go back to SHIB real quick. So remember, I told y'all, as long as we can hold this 10 level, this 1,000 level, we should be all right. You know, the analysis that I seen she break into this 2,600 level was still valid. Now you can see here today we actually slipped under this 1,000 level, y'all, for the first time. So you seen it was respecting it here, even right here when it got shaky, it went all the way within 7 points of that level, and it held it. So I'm like, okay, it's still valid, it's still valid. But remember, I tell y'all, if something major happens in the world, that could shake things up, and all of this can become invalid, and we'll have to reanalyze everything. And we had some things that just shook things up. So we just got an oil crisis that's unfolding right now between you know, because of the war in Ukraine, between Russia and Ukraine. We just got Saudi Arabia basically putting a squeeze down on us, basically cutting their oil production, basically to you know, make prices higher for us. So in a way, the government, the Democrats, are feeling kind of you know, slighted in a way, you know, by the Saudi Arabians, because they're saying, like, you know, they're basically supposed to be one of our allies, but they're doing things that's in favor of helping, you know, Russia continue this invasion. So, you know, right now we're in some shaky times right now. You know, whenever we see, you know, a major country like that, that especially, you know, we have some type of agreements with, when those agreements start going left, things get to going crazy, y'all. So let's see. So now we have to, you know, understand that the price did drop under this 1,000 level. So things can get worse. We can be seeing prices possibly come back and test around this 750 level possibly. So you want to keep that in mind as well. And this is a time where, you know, of course, if you see those big discounts in the markets, you can take advantage of them. But at the same time, you don't want to be too overly active, because right now prices can drop again if you just jump right here. So you kind of want to give it some time to play out and see how, you know, things will react. So Federal Reserve is okay plunging economy into a recession, says the economist. If there needs to be a U.S. recession to bring down inflation to appropriate levels, the Fed would be cool with that, says one Wall Street pro. Unfortunately, yes, the Fed will be okay with the recession, I'm going to say, BMO senior economist Jennifer Lee said on Yahoo Finance Live. And the Fed has sort of softened its tone a little bit over the past 2 months. They used to say that they could probably do this and achieved a soft economic landing. But now they've already said that there will be pain felt. And it's unfortunate, but it is what happens when a central bank is aggressively tightening. Lee added she is looking for a mild recession in the U.S. The hawkish stance from the Fed has spread across many areas this year. So the U.S. dollar has surged against overseas counterparts, hammering quarterly sales for large multinationals such as Nike and FedEx. Mortgage rates have climbed to nearly 7%, stunting demand for homes. Economic growth, as measured by gross domestic product, in the first half of the year declined. Meantime, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, S&P 500, and the NASDAQ Composite remain mired in double-digit percentage declines for the year. The tone in markets may not get much better into year end as companies use the coming earnings seasons to warn about future economic growth with stubbornly high costs. The dollar is very strong and interest rates are rising very fast, Harvard University professor of economics and author Ken Rogoff warned on Yahoo Finance Live. So I think the idea that it's going to be a really mild recession is that we'll be lucky. So he's basically saying if we get a mild one, we'd be lucky by that. He says, I say it's going to be a tough trade-off for the Fed once the numbers start setting in. Let's see. Okay, so that's the end of that article. So we can see that, you know, this is Jerome Powell, chairman of the Federal Reserve. He's basically in charge of, you know, if we print more money, if we stop printing money, do we raise interest rates? Do we lower interest rates? He's basically the voice of all that. So right now, they're basically, you know, some of these top influential people at, you know, top people of banks, they're basically saying the Fed Reserve would basically be okay plunging the economy in order to get things back into control. And just to be honest with y'all, of course, you know, I'm bullish on the markets. I don't want to see, you know, body get shaken out or whatever, but that's what has to happen in order for things to move higher. I just want y'all to be educated enough to understand what's taking place, so that way, maybe if you want to, lower your risk tolerance, or if you want to readjust things, that's fine. But I just don't want y'all to get shaken out of the markets completely to where you just think like nothing is working for you, because I want you to understand that everybody's portfolios are being hit right now. So and this is why I recommend y'all learning about options trading, because you get to learn how to make money daily, Monday through Friday, basically trading the markets, betting if the market is going up or down. So you heard that correct. You can make money even when the market is going down. So if you're interested in getting one of my courses, I have my stock options trading course. We'll teach you this information. Also, if you're interested in learning day trading principles, it has a lot of those in there as well that you can use to day trade different cryptocurrencies once you learn it, or other stocks as well, not just stock options, traditional stocks also. You can reach out to me for that via email, DecemberDeMarco@gmail.com. Then we got the Crypto 101 course, which will give you a well-rounded understanding of crypto for the beginner to intermediate levels. And then we got my technical analysis course, which will give you more in-depth understanding of the charts. Some of y'all don't understand chart patterns, candlesticks, indicators, charting tools. This course teaches you all that. So you'll be able to look at these charts and understand what it's saying and determine what's likely to happen next. So if you're interested in that course, reach out to me via email as well, DecemberDeMarco@gmail.com. So let's take a look at this next article. Also, y'all, please be aware of the scammers in the comment section. They going crazy right now. I try to, block them all, but I could spend a whole day just trying to block the scammers. So y'all, please be aware. I would not tell you to hit me up on WhatsApp, Telegram, none of that. If they do, telling you to send them some crypto and they got something for you, it's a scam, y'all. Please be aware. So also, we got this oil crisis going on, like I talked about. So look at Russia applauds OPEC Plus for its huge oil output cut, reportedly saying it will counter the mayhem the U.S. has created in the market. So look at this. Russia's playing them against us. Which we ain't gonna get too political here, but it's about to get shaky. When the markets are flooded with FUD, fear, uncertainty, or doubt. Whenever people are fearful, whenever people are uncertain on how things are going, on the conditions of things, or whenever people are doubtful that things will get better, that's usually when we see the markets take a really big hit. So this is what we got playing out. We got an oil crisis playing out here. Oil slips as recession fears outweigh tight supply prospects. Oil prices inch lower as dollar firms. China COVID worries dent demand. Oil falls by nearly 2% as recession fears outweigh tight supply prospects. Let's see. So Biden has a big oil problem. Here's what you need to know about the recent OPEC decision. So with just weeks to go until the November midterms, four letters are haunting President Joe Biden and the Democrats. OPEC. Last week, the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries and its allies, led by Saudi Arabia and Russia, said that it will slash oil production by 2 million barrels per day, the biggest cut since the start of the pandemic, and a move that threatens to push gasoline prices higher just weeks before U.S. midterm elections. The group announced a production cut following its first meeting in person since March 2020. The reduction is equivalent to about 2% of global oil demand. The Biden administration criticized the decision in a statement, calling it short-sighted and saying that it is harmful to some countries already struggling with elevated energy prices the most. The production cuts will start in November. OPEC Plus, which combines OPEC countries and allies such as Russia, will meet again in December. So what now? For one perspective on the OPEC Plus decision and to better understand how it affects everyone, we turn to Hossein Askari, who teaches international business at the George Washington University. Our conversation, conducted over the phone and lightly edited for flow and brevity, is below. So what matters? Can you walk us through this recent OPEC decision? What's happening exactly? So Askari says, so when the war in Ukraine started, sorry to tell your audience, but the United States was not very well prepared in what it was going to do. It sanctioned Russia for this and for that. And so the price of oil started going up. And at the same time, the United States actually put sanctions on Russian oil, not on gas, on oil. And so there was less Russian oil in the Western markets. Russia actually started selling its oil more and more to China and to India and cutting its prices to those countries. So they would buy Russian oil, but there was a shortage of oil. Another reason why the shortage had developed was America basically sanctioned, like a mad cowboy, if I may say that. It had sanctioned Venezuela for many years, but Saudi Arabia, with the new effective ruler, who known as MBS, he has cozied up to Putin. And says when President Biden went and saw him a few months back and kind of asked him to increase oil production, I'm sorry to say this, I have to throw in this bit of politics. I think America really shamed itself by doing that. Of course, MBS did not respond positively, but now he in fact has gone over the top. He has agreed within OPEC, and of course he's the main spokesman of in OPEC with Russia, that they will cut back. Ascari says, from where we are now, crude oil prices by the end of the year, my guess maximum will go up by $5 a barrel. Now, a lot of people think they're going to go up more than that. I don't believe that, because I think the world economy is going to grow less. And I think that we are going to see some Venezuelan oil come on the market. And I think we may see some deals made and some more Iranian oil may come on the market. For gasoline, I think Americans can see maybe prices going up from where they are today if nothing else happens. But by about another 30 to 50 cents a gallon. However, there is also another problem for Americans, that is home heating oil, and that can cause also go up. So for the average American, they're going to pay, no matter what, something more per gallon of gasoline at the pump. And I think there's going to be more of an impact actually on the fuel oil that they heat their houses with. So it's going to put on the squeeze on average American. There's no ways about it. There's no two ways about it. So what matters? What should the U.S. do now? Ascari says, I think the United States should be much, much tougher with Saudi Arabia, because we have bent over backwards to accommodate them in every way. And we have looked the other way with what they've done. And now it's time to be tough. They've been tough with us. I think the president of the United States should be tough with Saudi Arabia. What matters? What else can the U.S. do in terms of helping with oil prices in the immediate term? Ascari says, I think undoubtedly this administration has very bad rapport with U.S. Oil companies and energy companies. I think that there should be more behind the scenes cooperation with the oil companies and the administration, because you really need them now to cooperate. I know a lot of people don't believe in fracking, but maybe it's time to do some more fracking. Maybe it's time to increase output. They can increase output output elsewhere too. I think that would be extremely, extremely helpful. And I think the U.S. oil companies, and I'm not a backer of oil companies, please don't misunderstand, but I think they feel that the administration basically just wants to drive them out of business. What matters? Anything else you like to add? Ascari says, some people think that OPEC decisions are purely economic. Some people think purely political. It has always been both, especially for Saudi Arabia. So it's political and economic, benefits to what they're doing. So it's not always just about the money. It can also be about positioning and power as well. So it is really Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates driving OPEC's decisions. I think Americans should understand it's not the other members. It's not Nigeria or Iran. I feel Americans should understand who are our friends and who are not our friends. So very, very interesting article there. I don't want to stretch this too long, but these are some important things that we have to talk about. So looking at inflation headlines, Fed Evans says fighting inflation is top priority, even if that means job losses. So look what they're prepared to do. They're ready to, cut things back. So keep that in mind as well. I really want to go into more of this with y'all, but I don't want to stretch the video too long. So I highly encourage y'all to come do, some due diligence outside of just looking at your crypto portfolio. Also, take a look at the stock market. NASDAQ closes at 2-year low on Monday, hurt by slumping chip stocks. So think about that, y'all. The NASDAQ has closed, which is one of the biggest, markets. They closed at the lowest point they closed in 2 years today, y'all. So everything is being hit. So keep that in mind. Don't be, too worried as far as like panicking or paper handing. Just understand what's going on so you can see the bigger picture. But that's all we got for this video. Shout out to everybody. Check the links in the description section of the video. I got some free resources down there, stocks, crypto for y'all, also some other things. Again, if you're interested in any of my courses, my stock options trading course, my crypto one-on-one course, or my technical analysis course, reach out to me via email, DecemberDeMarco@gmail.com. Appreciate y'all for pulling up, and we are out.